Okay, this is going to be an update to my saga of the Beowulf 50 cal. This is the Beowulf 50 cal upper. It's on my Core 15 AR lower. Now, a couple of things that I've learned about this. One is I wanted to have it made pretty and have it Cerakoted with the different colors and all that. But what was discovered was this gas block here, even one of my best gunsmiths could not figure out how to get this off safely and not damage any other pieces. This is not easy to take off like on a typical AR. It's either press fit or cold fit or some other way to do it. And it wasn't that important to change the color other than ego, right? So we left it all alone. This is that material that they use on fighters and all that, and we didn't want to break this either. So if you're going to do anything, if you're going to get a stock Beowulf from the factory, which is what this was, you pretty much got what you got, unless you're willing to send this back and then have them change it, in which case you should have gotten the other stuff anyway. So that's one lesson learned. The other is, as you can see, it's fitted with a standard sling stud here, and since I believe that all rifles should have a sling, I'll be putting a QD sling on this gun today. And the quick disconnect is already on the lower, so I don't have to worry about that. The other thing I found out is that the charging handle kills me off, even with gloves. This is a left-handed charging handle, and as you can see, it's small, and when it goes under the optic, even with gloves on, it hurts and is hard, and you're not going to be moving this thing the way it is. So, and because this is a standard charging handle, I'm going to upgrade it with a BCM, that's a Bravo company, ambidextrous charging handle. And if you don't know, the BCM charging handle is beefed up so that you don't put too much stress on the pin, and it's much larger and sturdier, which I think belongs on a 50 caliber gun. The last thing is that this is the optic that I changed, because before I had a fixed 3X optic, and this is a 1:4 Burris LRS. Have not had a chance to zero this or shoot with it on the gun, but that's going to be after I do these other things. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Another thing, I don't know how important it is to you, but when you want to seat a mag in, right, you can only seat the mag with the bolt to the rear. If the bolt is forward, you will not be able to seat the mag. Primarily that's because the rounds are pretty big, and it just won't let you get the mag up in there to lock. That's no problem for me, because I'm checking it, just one more check to make sure that the condition of the gun is the way you want it. So just to understand, bolt has to be back, so before you seat another mag, and that's typically going to be the case because you'll be out of ammo and your bolt's going to be back anyway. So just some education for you. So before I install it, which is no big deal, this is the charging handle that came with the standard 50 cal Beowulf, and this is the Bravo company charging handle that I'm going to just replace it with. As you can see, the BCM or Bravo company is far sturdier. This is the ambidextrous one, but the release, it's just designed for heavier use, and just manipulating the 50 caliber Beowulf is a bit requires a bit more sturdiness, in my opinion. So this was a good investment. It's about 75 bucks for the ambi one, and it's about 58, 65, something like that for the left-handed one. So that's the difference, and that's why I'm making the change. Now the sling I went with was Magpul's MS3, and it's a single QD, or quick disconnect, because it already comes with the quick disconnect attachment, and that goes into the QD receptor right here. Now this was put on a while back on my lower, so if you don't have one, you might want to think about where you'd want to put your QD, or quick disconnect attach point. Here, if you remember, the only thing that was on the gun was the little nipple to attach a sling, and I went and got this part here, which costs about 10 bucks or so, so that it allows me to use what they call the Paratroopers quick disconnect, which is this, which allows you to just go ahead and go from here back to a different type of connection if you want to do that. So it makes it very easy to take the sling off the gun if you need to do it. And it has a little lock here that you press on the other side. Yeah, there you press it in, and that keeps it from inadvertently opening up when you're running and gunning. So I had to get this piece, the sling that had, and I really like this quick disconnect because you can move it to a bunch of different types of rifles, and this other nipple type quick disconnect that already went into my gun. So now I have a better charging handle, and you can see how much space it has now outside the optic, and it really works better. Unfortunately, I'm using the camera with the other hand, or I'll show you, but it is much easier to operate, well worth the money, and I could run this gun all day with that. So one of these days I'll get to shoot it again with this, and I'll give you a range report when I do that. But as always, thanks for watching. Carry on.